Hello people, how you all doing, my Liberian people? Welcome again. So today let's just go straight into it because we have limited time here. So a few months ago, I came across a platform on Facebook called the Pele Project. The Pele Project. So there was a debate on one of their posts. People were saying at the post they made at the time, they were saying that they wanted to for them to replace French with Pele. So there was a lot of people on the comment section were saying, "Oh, they cannot. French is so important to us. They cannot replace French with Pele." Somebody, I went into it. We started to do the debate, but the day I came across that platform, I knew that it's something that Liberians we all need it. We all need it. It may sound funny. It may sound not important, but it's important. So, like what they were saying, replacing our language. Somebody left there and said, "Oh, I said, yes, I support it because I didn't learn French in school. I did French. I stopped doing French from ninth grade year. I graduated from BDRI, so French was not taught there. The University of Liberia, I didn't do French there. So apart from those in the Liberia College, well, I think that's maybe I don't know. I'm not sure because I'm from the social science era. So I cannot tell you from the Liberian College how they do their courses, how they plan their courses. But I heard that you either take French or you take Pele or you take VAR. So they're teaching the theory there. But the French I did before I stopped doing French from the ninth grade year when I got promoted to 10th grade. I don't know anything in French. I cannot say hello in French. You have to change it to our local language. And someone was saying, coming from someone who got a neighboring country with French speaking countries. So I asked you, have you left Liberia and go anywhere and tell someone that I'm a Liberian, and then the person asked you why you cannot learn French because your neighboring country they speak French? No, it doesn't work like that. So when you leave Liberia, you go to other country, the people they will be impressed to know where you're coming from and which language you speak. So you tell them my native language is English, and then they will ask you, tell them that, but we have other dialect. For example, I tell them that I'm from Liberia, but we have 15 counties, 16 tribes. And they will be like, "Oh yeah, tell me about the tribes. Which one of them you from?" They won't be telling you that, "Oh, why is it that you cannot speak French?" And I'm telling you that I'm from Liberia, I have 16 tribes. And none of it French is not part of it. So if you want to, if Liberians want to learn French, when they finish high school, they travel to a French-speaking country, they improve on their French, they learn French. And not all Liberians will want to go to a French-speaking country. Other Liberians have ambitions to go to other countries, and they have some languages in those countries that they will want to go to. So meaning that they should teach all the languages in Liberia school. No. When you grow up, you graduate from high school, wherever you find yourself, you cope into the system that you find yourself in. But in the meantime, you will be asked about your tradition. You'll be asked about your language you speak. So Liberians are really backward in their languages and more tradition in Liberia. Liberians, the generation are coming up, they don't know it. Even my generation don't know more things pertaining to their era they're coming from. So for example, I was born in Mosorado. I grew up in Mosorado. We speak English, we speak our Kodokwa. So when I go to a rural area, I will have to fight hard to put myself in the system, to fight hard to speak the language, but it's not taught in Mosorado. And one of the funny thing is that when someone leaves from any of the country, they come in Mosorado, by the time they make 1 month, they don't know how to speak their language. So, example, we had a little girl that my father brought was staying with us. So my auntie was working at the time with EFBC. So they had a little talk Drummond that they needed to dramatize on air, but a voice recording something, voice recording drama. So my auntie said, "Oh yes, they needed a girl mother and a girl child." So my auntie said, "But then my brother just brought a girl been living with my brother, but I know she spent all her life there. Her parents from there. She was big when my brother brought her, so I know she still can speak the girl." When my auntie came to our house, and asked the little girl, she said she could not understand anything in girl. She cannot speak it. My aunt tried to tell her, convince her. My auntie was speaking. There's something that they will pay you. You are going to do it, and from there, when you perform well, you will start to perform with EFBC, you start to perform with them, and that's how you start growing into the system. The little girl said she don't know it. So my auntie went home very disappointed when my father came. We told him. He said, you, I even want to talk. Tomorrow, you not giving me say. The whole week, I'm not giving you friend. Because you, how long you not spend here before you tell me say you can speak you? So sometimes people start to dread a set away from where they're coming from, especially when they enter Mosorado. But they don't know that it is important. They may be talking, why are learning the dialect for? Why are learning this? I don't want to speak this. But let me tell you, when you leave from Liberia, out of Liberia, that's a very different ball. That's a very different thing. You know, when most people speaking the dialect in Liberia, you'll be like, hey, what is you're not civilized. You see people here, you speaking your dialect. Try it in another country. You can be sitting down. You can be sitting in a gallery. As soon as that person finds another person from their country, they will start to speak their language in front of you. And for I used to get vexed, but they don't want to. That's it. They will start to speak their language when they don't care. They don't ask you for an excuse. They don't tell you, excuse me, I want to speak. No. As soon as they're ready, they just start interacting with each other. So, and in another country, people start to as soon as you enter in another country, they start to teach you their tradition. They try to make you to go into their system, to know their culture. They teach you their culture. They teach you their languages. Wherever country you may find yourself in, except you go to an English-speaking country. And moreover, once you black, the people believe that we have culture, we have tradition as a black person, as an African, not just general black. If you tell them I'm a black American, they know that you don't have culture, you don't have tradition. But once you tell them I'm an African, they expect more from you. So let me just give, I have gone through a lot of instances. So let me just give you an example of them. So like I went for a business trip. And this business trip, I met a Nigerian there. No other person gave me help for a Nigerian who rest out or who can count or so also. And like he been hearing about Liberians that we don't know our tradition, we don't know traps, we just speak Kodokwa. Like he just know that Liberian, especially from the English, only the Kodokwa we know. So when he was like, oh yes, he was like excited to see me. So we start to go on. He told me that they have a company in Sierra Leone, not far from us, and their company is anticipating on bringing branch to Liberia. So when we were like talking, so he said he has some friends in Liberia, and then he normally can get to his friends and he can communicate with them. So he was so anxious to meet me. So we were like talking. And they telling me, okay, speak something from Liberia, let me understand, yeah. So I was like speaking the Kodokwa. And you don't know that our Kodokwa, when someone pay keen attention to you, they understand our Kodokwa. Because our English was speaking it, just like we're cutting the word short. But our English was speaking, so when somebody pay attention to our Kodokwa when we're speaking it, they will understand us. So anything I tell him in Kodokwa, he will understand. Anything I say in Kodokwa, he will understand. So I just when my one parent that I learned way back, I just flock it into it. As soon as I was speaking, he asked me, that is not a Kodokwa. I said, yes. I said, this is a local language, a dialect in my country that I accorded to him. And that's how he left, he went. So the next one, there's a school gathering. So in the school gathering, they had every international students from other countries were there. So they said that you should say something in your local language, not in English, not in French. I tell you, the Liberians were sitting, sitting in one corner all the way at the back, 10 go were at the back. Even us, the French children started speaking their different, they don't even go to French, they start speaking their local languages before they start going. Zimbabwe people start speaking their local languages. Uganda people start speaking it started going. Can't see the Liberian side were very, my time will end, but I will add the video up. I will make my time is going to an end here because I had only 10 minutes here and I started talking and going further. So can you just please watch out for the part 2? So in the part 2, I'm going to go to what I want to say pertaining our languages in Liberia. So please, if you listen to this, you can please listen to the part 2. Let's talk about our languages in Liberia.